Well, hello again, folks. Welcome back to day 2 of Inktober, and we are on the second prompt, which is weave. Now, I thought I'd bring a little bit of my Celtic heritage out on this one and do a sort of Celtic knot. I totally and utterly messed up the middle bit, but you know, who cares? So this is the pencil drawing. I'm just needing my kneaded eraser, which is looking a little interesting. And yeah, I'm gonna move the dip pen because it'll just roll. And I'm just gonna dab this and it should just start taking that back. I could rub, but I don't wanna mess up the paper any more than I have to. And again, this paper is just printer paper, so it will spread, and I'm using a different color ink today. My second favorite, which is the chocolate brown from Diamond Inks. I do like their inks actually. They've just got such a nice consistency that you're like, yep. How much comes off? Be surprised how quickly this stuff does just literally disappear. Take that back a little bit more. But you do have to keep kneading it in between because it fills very quickly, otherwise sticking to... I've no idea how kneaded erasers actually work. You know, at some point I'm assuming it gets so filled with the graphite from the pencils, or in my case the charcoal, and you have to bin it. But like, have you ever had a kneaded eraser you've had to bin because it's been full? I mean, at what point do you class a kneaded eraser as full? I actually don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. If somebody's out there and can answer that question, please leave it in the comments below. Have you ever used a kneaded eraser to the point where it is full? And hopefully you understand what I mean by that. Surely if you just keep lifting, using this to lift and rub away sections, it's picking up the pigment into the dough, or whatever this is, and then where does it go? It stays within the... I suppose the particle size on this is tiny, so I don't know actually. Maybe it doesn't need to. How are we doing? We're getting there. Should have done this off camera, and I know I should have done this off camera. Silly me is the answer, but I thought, stuff it. It's too late now, we'll get started. Hoping this one isn't going to take too long, but I'm not very good at curves with the ink, so I don't know how that's going to go. We will just have to see, I suppose. Right, that's enough because we're inking over the top of this anyway, and that's really making my fingers ache. Right, let us get started. Just going to check everything is still, yeah, everything is still where it's supposed to be. Come here. Just put a little bit on and dab it off. Line thickness on this, I'm not really fussed. I've just got to be really careful about kind of shapes, especially these curved shapes here, and I've already messed that one up. Go me. Oh yes, I keep forgetting, less is more with the ink because otherwise it bleeds everywhere. But too late. Where's that one going? That one goes that way. No, I really have lost where this is going. Where does that go? That goes to there. And this goes across to there and under there. And then where does it go? To there. Oh God. I wish my culture had maybe had something a little easier to play with when it comes to drawings. How about some hieroglyphs? Maybe that would have been easier. Probably not, actually. And yes, the knots are a form of language. Don't know how many of you actually know that. But Celtic knots are a form of language. Each knot has a different meaning, and you can say stuff with these sorts of knots, like wed me. And then of course there's quite a few actually that are also for warding, so for good health, money, relationship. Building is another one, for a building project. See, I messed this section up completely here, and I knew I had, but I've not made it any better either. So line there, this one comes this way. This knot specifically, although I've made a complete mess of it, is the knot for creativity. I've put too much ink down there and it's going to spread. Look at it go. And yes, I'm not really following any particular directions because I'm going over the lines. Trust me, it was a little bit harder when I was sketching it out, and there were multiple sketches that have gone into the bin. That's just what happens when you're drawing these sorts of things, unfortunately, because you will make a mistake no matter what. Let's curve that there. So the two big spirals are what part of the motif for creativity. It's about the way your brain works. In this case, in a creative way. Hopefully. I suppose for some of us it depends on how much coffee we've had. Ooh, this is interesting. Where am I going with this? That goes to there. That goes to there. That goes to there. And it comes down here and goes into there. So that's that one going that way. What a nightmare. It's like a brain teaser, this. Have you ever done following mazes, you know, as a child, in those kind of books, quiz and puzzle books for children? And you're following the line round a maze. For some odd reason, this is like that, but not in an easy way. That should go to there. Trying to work out where that goes. That goes there. Oh, this is making my brain hurt. It's like, hang on a minute, what direction? That line shouldn't have been there, but you know, it's ink, can't rub it out, so it'll have to stay now. Oh, and that one goes round like that, and that one goes round like that and under there, but you can't really see it. That one goes there, and this one actually comes up a bit more than what I penciled it out as, because it comes to there and then disappears that way, and then comes out here and goes around to here and then to there. That makes sense? Yes, it does. And then this is this one. And there'll be one of these on each corner, but I've not drawn them very well, so don't judge me. Honestly, you're probably already judging me, but that's not the point. That one goes that way, that disappears there, and goes that way, that way. I don't know where that one goes. Oh yeah, I do. That's this one. And there. This one goes up and over before disappearing. It goes like that and round and around there. Okay, it's looking a little messy. I'm not surprised. I just cannot get these sometimes. My mind just follows the line, it just becomes spaghetti, which I know this isn't right. However, regardless of that, it is fun. Right, that is this coming up, and that's that going back down, and then that, and then going that way, coming back round to here before we join this loop, coming up and over. And you come up and over. There's a lot of curves in this one, and curves for creativity. And we've got that one going that way, and then this one coming down, and that one going that way, disappearing that way. Right. Oh, the only one I haven't done is this one, which doesn't have a loop going through it. It's just... oh, made a mess of that as well. Dear oh dear. I am not on my form today. Right. Looking for dark holes. Just 'cause. Remember, if you are colour blocking in with this, be very light. Try not to go over areas that you've already done, because you will rip the paper. So I'm keeping a very light touch but a lot of ink in order to make sure that I don't tear it. We got a gap there. That's that one going that way, so we've got a gap there, gap there, gap there. How come you disappear under here and then don't come out again? I don't know. Just looking for where, even if there's bits that have gone under, it still will be, you know, it could be going under in a massive tangle and therefore will be dark. So that's kind of what we're looking for, is where can I put little dark patches just to bring some of this out. That one there, this one here, obviously in here. I'd love to get some of my gold ink out and accent this, but unfortunately I've run out on my gold, although I prefer my copper, but I've run out of both, so, which is a shame, because actually I think this would look really good with some gold in it. Where are we going? Up here. There. And this one's here. Woohoo! Right, getting there. What have we got going on here? That should be there. And then that's that gap, that's a gap. So's that, and then obviously up here should be all four of those coloured in now. Yes, good. Some of this filling in will help where it's bled as well. It won't look so obvious. Should be nice. And then up there. No, that's a line from under there, but we can't really see it very well because that comes up and over like that. Is that all of the gaps? I think so. At least the sensible ones anyway. So, what do I want to do now? Shall we just add a little decoration? Because these things were always highly decorated. I mean, they were marked, they were so well crafted. There we go. Well, that's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Way too much ink, and my knot is an utter tangle and a half, but it's close enough to what I wanted, I think. But yeah, so we will leave it there for today. Hopefully you guys are following along. Let me know what it is you're doing for the different prompts and what you're inspired by, and hopefully you've enjoyed this. Otherwise, I will see you all for day 3, and that one's a bit more complicated, but I'll see you all for that one soon. Ta-ta for now.